Hey, welcome to Learn to RV, the podcast. I am Tasha, and you are here for a community spotlight episode. And tonight I have got with me Rick Steelman, and Rick is with Roadcruiser.life and also RVgettingthere.com, right?
Yeah, but it's really actually it's Roadcruiser.life,
Okay.
which is really the main website now because we've expanded what we do. So we're more about Roadcruiser.life, and it's Roadcruiser.life because
Awesome.
everyone talks about RVing, and of course this is about RVing, but there are different types of RVers. So what we wanted really to do
Right.
was to focus on that road, the person who loves the open road and wants experience and wants activities and wants to have great memories. And we're focused on those kind of people. We want people who travel.
Yeah, absolutely. So you and Dawn, you guys have been on the road for how long now?
Well, we've been RVing for about 13 years. We're full time now for about 6 months. Solar house in northern Chicago, and we traded in our other camper and bought a new one, which we love. And we've been all over the country. We're currently in California. We just did Quartzsite, and we did Bash for escapees, and
That's
we're on our
awesome.
way back to Myrtle Beach, back to the East Coast in a week.
That's a trek from California to Myrtle Beach. That's a
Yes.
road trip, Rick.
We're taking 2 weeks. We're gonna hit most of Route 66, and I've got a bunch of things. 'Cause
Oh,
if
that's so
I
fun.
love the offbeat stuff, so we're gonna go to a lot of the
Yep.
offbeat things along 66 and go to some places that we know about. Again, that's what I specialize in is the road trip experience.
Yeah. Well, and you guys kind of began with the RV getting there. You guys had done the audio tours of the different locations and the different
Mm,
things that people could hit whenever they went state to
yep.
state. So while you're going on Route 66, are there any things that you are gonna hit that you've not seen before that you're like chomping at the bit to get to?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. We're going to go to Oatman and see the burros, which are all over the place, and you get to feed them. We're going to go
Hmm.
to Pops and Soda Place on Route 66, and they have every single kind of soda, and they have a big neon bottle. That I think it's like 50 feet. That it's all different colors and
Holy
stuff. It's really
crow!
cool. We're going to go to that. We're going to go to one of our favorite restaurants, which is called Doe's, which is one of the best steaks in the country, and it's a place that you never would have known, but it's actually
Really?
one of the best restaurant oh god, it's an award winner.
In
I
Arkansas?
can't think of the name now. No, it's in Mississippi. It's in
Okay, because
Mississippi.
there's
It's
one
really
in
cool.
Northwest Arkansas called Doe's.
There's a place there, but the original one is in Mississippi. It's in Greenville, and it's not in the best of neighborhood. And it used to be a place. It was a grocery store, and then it was really interesting. What I kind of like about it, so the kitchen's kind of in the middle. It was a house at one time, and when they first started, they would focus on people of color, and that's who they served. But the whites would come in the back door because they heard about how great the food was, and so it's kind of like an opposite,
Oh.
kind of Jim Crow
Mhm.
kind of a thing. And we actually found it. We did a whole
Yeah.
tour of civil rights back about a few years ago. It's one of the tours that I put together. And we hit all the places, and that was one of them. And it was just a great story. It's still family owned. Their steaks are amazing. It's been on, well, Anthony Bourdain used to go there. Andrew Zimmern went there.
Wow.
It's I can't think of it, but it's like rated one of the best steak places in the country, and it is amazing. Plus, they have great tamales.
That
The
is
southern
so cool.
tamales. You know what those are? Yeah, and it's known
Are
as a
you so
salad. I
they've
mean,
got
it's a
tamales?
great place. Pardon me?
Okay, I'm gonna have to add that to my map, like,
Yeah,
because
it's
we've got our
great.
little Google map that's got all of our little spots that people recommend to us, and so whenever we
Uh
end up
huh.
near one of our pins, we try and, click it off the map. So I will have to add that onto our map. When you
Well,
guys were
next time
in, because you haven't left Cali yet, right?
no, we're still in. We're right by Temecula. We're at the Escapees
Okay.
Jojoba Hills Co-op, and it's beautiful here, just gorgeous. The weather's been very
Yeah.
nice. Before that,
Yeah.
like I said, we were in Quartzsite for about a week, and before that, we were in New Mexico for a month. And then, like I said, we're going back to Myrtle Beach for a Brinkley rally, and then we're going to see you and Perry.
Yes?
We're on there.
I'm
And
so excited.
I just found out yesterday I'm doing 3 seminars there that, they accepted. One is on
Oh
plug and
my
play
gosh.
boondocking, one is on, have a trip of a lifetime every time, and one is gonna be on tire safety. And
Are
so we're
you
gonna talk
sure that
about
you're
all
going
about
to see
that.
me
And
in Perry? Because it sounds like you're going to be very busy.
well, I don't know what days yet. Actually just talked to, I call it FERVA, and FRVA is too long. Let's call it FERVA,
For
yesterday for a while, and yeah, she said she has me pegged for all of the seminars, so, all 3 of them, so I'm happy.
that is awesome.
I love
That's
doing
so
it
cool.
because
And then are you
I was just gonna say it's so much fun, and I love connecting to the people. And when I was at Bash, I spoke. I
Mhm.
did 2 seminars there, and everyone really enjoyed it. And, just it's an alternative. I mean, the have a trip of a lifetime is really how to get the most out of trips.
Yeah.
And we run into so many people who just sightsee and they don't have the experiences. They go to a national park and they hike. And don't get me wrong, that's wonderful, fantastic. But is one hike
Yeah.
from one national park really different than another? I mean, it's cardio, it's beauty, it's
Right.
all that, but nothing comes with you after. You haven't learned anything. You don't have a story from it. And
Right.
those are the things I talk about in
Yeah.
my seminar. Is there are 3 things you want to make sure that you get from every trip. Otherwise, to me, it's like you really didn't have a good time.
Yeah. And so we're going to have to come to the seminar to find out what those 3 things are, right? You're not going to tell us on this podcast episode.
Of
Can you give
course.
us one of those things? Like give us a little
Well,
taste. What's one of the 3 things?
one of them is that you learn something you didn't know before. That's one of the things. And it's not just
That's a
like
good one.
that's kinda, but it's like something like, okay, so for example, one of the things that I talk about in my seminar is, when I went to the Grand Tetons, that when you look at Mount Moran, which is one of the mountains, that there was a plane crash about 70 years ago, and it was so rocky that they never went up there and did anything. So all the bodies and everything else are still up there 70 years later. And when you look at that, you wouldn't think that, but I find that fascinating. Isn't that fascinating? So you walk away
That
with some
is. I didn't
information.
know that.
Yeah, and so that's the second thing is that, if even if you're part-time and you're doing any and you're taking a long trip and you're going on a road trip, friends and family want to know and wanna hear stories. And I run into so many people, "Oh, yeah, I've been to 48
Yeah.
states and I've been to all the national parks." "Oh, really? What's your best story?" And they don't have any. And I just look at them, and it's like, then
Yeah.
you went there, but you didn't experience it. So it's really about experiences. That's
Mhm.
what, it's part of where you
Yeah.
go should walk away, part of there should walk away with you in some form or fashion. So like I said,
Absolutely.
there's 2 more things that are there
Yes.
that I have, and everyone kind of says, yeah, you know what, that's kind of right. So I talk about ways of getting there and without breaking the bank, but to do things, just get out of your comfort zone. And I talk about how to plan a trip
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to come not sit through, that sounds like I'm being tortured, but I'm going to have
yeah.
to make sure that I clear some time on my schedule. Don't let them put
Please
that
do.
during the women's luncheon because I'm scheduled for the women's luncheon. So just tell
Uh,
them you cannot book this during the women's luncheon because Tasha needs to come to this one. So I really, I
and
really want
and
to go to that. That sounds right up my
one
alley.
little thing
That's
one
my
little thing,
heartbeat
by the
for
way,
travel.
is, I get a standing ovation every time. At the end of my
Look
seminar,
at
I
you
always get a standing
go.
ovation.
You're all fancy, Rick. Now, are you running a booth at the rally as well?
Actually, we have 2 booths. We've expanded our line, and, we're gonna have TST. We're partners now. We're a distributor for TST, the TPMS system, and I was, with them at
Yep.
Quartzsite, and, the rep is also gonna come and man the booth and be able to take care of everybody and, do customer service and support and everything. And they'll be right next to mine. And we sell things in really 4 different areas. We have memory makers, and those are the audio tours and experiences to have a time of your life. And then we offer, safety solutions, and that's TST and Waggle which is pet and RV security. Then we have boondocking solutions, and that's another
Right.
seminar I do. And that's a whole different way. Everyone kind of does the do it yourself method, and which is a lot of work and a lot of
Yeah.
time. And when you sell your unit, everything goes with it. Mine is thousands less
Mhm.
expensive, easy to use, and there's really minimal installation, if you can call it installation. And it runs great. And everybody I've talked
Ooh.
to, including the experts, all have said that my solution is as is on par with theirs. And I just find it so much easier, to use. And I talk about that. And I talk about the best way of doing solar. And so if you're thinking about doing any of those things, before you invest, tens of thousands of dollars, come to my seminar. And I think we'll show you a way that you can get by with a real easy system. Again, minimal install, if anything.
Yeah,
You don't even need a generator. And that's the other thing is I talk about you don't need a generator. You don't need solar on the
that's
roof,
awesome.
take care of everything, and that's what I use. And we just boondocked again at Bash for a week, and we had no problems at all.
That is awesome. So, okay, I have so many questions for you because you just talked about
Okay.
boondocking at Bash.
Mhm.
So my first question is, how are you recovering from Bash? And I ask
No, it's
this
funny.
because Bash tends to be a little crazy. So, are you recovering okay? Are you like, have you caught up on your sleep? Are you well rested now? Are you and Dawn like bouncing back okay? Are you getting back into the swing of regular business hour now that you've left the
But
party?
actually, Bash was kind of tame. We were really
Really?
surprised, and well, you guys just kind of scared us. You're like, "Oh my god, you're not gonna be able to sleep. It'll be
Yeah.
really loud." No, it really wasn't.
We did not
It
sleep.
was it was not as that loud.
Not as wild and crazy.
It was yeah, yeah, people were nice and everything, but, yeah, it was a little more subdued, and I think everyone else kinda said that. We didn't stay till the end because actually what was exhausting was courtside, because that's 9 days on your feet in a booth, and I was
Yes.
training with
In the
TST,
desert.
and that wa well, we weren't boondocking because we were a vendor, so, we had all the services and
Mhm.
everything. But it was just exhausting. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like 8, 9 hours on your feet, and from the moment that courtside opened, the booth was literally swamped with people. I mean, there was very little time that we did not
Oh,
have
yeah.
somebody in front of us. We actually sold out, which was amazing. I think he did
That is
10% over last
amazing.
year. Yeah, it's a great product, and, we had a lot of fun doing it. And as I said, Chris, the rep from TST is coming with me to Perry, and, we're gonna have a good time there too.
So when we went to Bash, we went to Quartzsite after. We hit the end of the RV rally, which that's where we got our Thousand Trails membership. And that was like the best purchase we have made as full-time RVers that changed the game for us. And then we got the tail end of like the gemstone rally that was going on
Mhm.
at the same time, kind of on the grounds. We have rocks everywhere. If you get in Greta, our truck, there's like rocks in the door, underneath the seat. I put these things on the back of the seats for the kids to put like snacks and stuff in. They're filled with rocks and like I'm just very bad. So
Have
the
you ever seen wait,
rock
wait,
and
1 second.
gemstone
Have
rally was maybe not a good
have
place for me.
have you ever seen the movie The Long, Long Trailer with Desi Arnaz
The
and
long
Lucille
haul.
Ball?
I am Lucy. I am Lucy.
Yes, I was just gonna
I'm
say,
picking up
with
all the
the
big
rocks.
rocks and Matt's Desi going, put it back. Put it down. Yeah. Yeah. I make that joke all the time. Every time I pick up a rock and Matt's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm Lucy. I don't know. I'm Lucy." No, but it's the one thing. It's so funny because I bought specific gems at that event that I know I still have and they're in here. But the one thing that has lasted the longest out of everything that I got was a pair of house slippers. Those suckers have held on for 3 years. I've never had house slippers that have lasted that long. So that's my tip for anybody going to courtside. Find the booths that have house slippers and get some house slippers. Those suckers last. That's
I'm
my
trying to think if I
courtside
saw
tip of
them
the
there.
day.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure if I
They're
saw them there.
amazing. Someone even asked me,
Yeah.
they were like, "Does I'm trying to find house slippers." And I was like, "Oh, well, I got mine 3 years ago in the desert in Arizona at a gemstone rally, so you'd have to go there to get those. I've got nothing for you." But yeah, that's what I got at Courtside. I got a Thousand Trails membership, 3 gemstones, and a pair of house shoes.
And a
I don't
partridge
know
in a
what
pear
else makes me
tree.
more full-time RV than that lineup right there, you know?
Mhm.
That's how you know that this is the
That's
life
how
for
you know.
you, if that's what you roll out of Arizona with.
Now, do you wear your slippers outside the camper?
Occasionally, I've worn them to, like, walk across campgrounds to go to Jennifer's camper when we're
Uh,
in the same place because they keep their camper much colder than our camper, much colder, and so I have to go prepared in things that are gonna be fluffy around my feet, and these house slippers have, like, really good soles. This is such a weird
mm.
episode, Rick. We're talking about house slippers, but
Yeah, it
yes,
sounds
I
like
will
it.
wear
Yeah.
them across the campground to get to Jen's camper, but yeah. Yep, they've lasted. They're doing good. But okay, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
who's
us
this guy,
back
Rick?
on track here.
I don't know, but I heard about great slippers.
So, okay, so you guys, when you have been, you're getting ready to hop on Route 66. So I need to know, did you guys
Yep.
get a picture with the West Coast Route 66 sign for your Route 66
Well,
trip?
we do have one because we have been on it before. I mean, we drove
Okay.
all the way to California when we lived in Chicago several years ago. We then went down to 101 PCH, and on the way back, we went through some of Route 66. And then when Dawn and I were in New Mexico on the way, we passed by a sign and we got that pictures. Yeah, I look for things. I mean, again, I have all these things that we're going to do in terms of
Uh-huh.
stops along the way, and I think one is the Route 66 Museum. So in fact, Wild RV, the YouTubers, did a Route 66 trip, and we watched the video and we found some things that I need to add, which actually helped me because I knew ahead of time what to look
To your
for
list.
and what to add to the trip. Yeah.
That's so cool. So when you're planning these trips and you're, like, getting ready to go, because obviously people can go to your website and they can use your website to get ideas for where to go and grab a hold of
Yep.
those incredible tour guides, with the audio guides, but when you're planning for your trips, what kind of resources are you using to decide these are the things that I wanna hit while we're making this enormous 2-week
So
trek from California to Myrtle Beach?
okay, so RV Getting There is a free website, and
Uh-huh.
basically it shows you all the possibilities organized by state, and it shows you the best places to eat and things to go and do and see, and fairs and festivals going on, and in addition to audio tours and experiences, and you can look them up all over. We have about 1,000 audio tours. But what I do is I go to there first, and I take a list, and I make either a written list or a mental list, and then I put that into my router, which is a free router. It's called Furcot. Stupid name, great application. It's on the site. I don't own it. I don't get anything for it. But what it has that the other ones don't have is it has time management, and that's what I'm a big proponent of. And my background was is in software, and I used to sell something similar to that for sales forces. And when the idea is how much can I fit in the course of a day so that I'm at my hotel room in this respect back at the campground before 5 o'clock. And that's what Furcot is really great at. So I can put in all the times of how I'm going to be there. And I don't have to live hard by it, but it's enough to know, okay, I can only do this today. I can do this and this tomorrow. I'm going to need to camp the night, drop off the camper somewhere because I'm not going to be able to take where I want to go to take the camper into the city
Yeah.
or into the town. So that's how I do it, and it's really easy. I've got a video on our site that kind of explains it. And as I said, then Roadcruiser.life, which is another site, is
Mhm.
everything that you to make sure you have a trip. And the one thing I didn't mention at the end are the last area. So there's 4 areas I said. Again, memory makers, safety essentials, boondock solutions, and the last one is called mile markers. And these are things to help you remember and
Yes.
reminisce over all the places you've been. So we have a Wi-Fi digital frame is really popular because your friends and family can upload stuff, and if you give it to them as presents, you can take selfies where you're at places and hey, there's grandma and grandpa or uncle so and so or there's Rick, whatever. Those are great. And then we made a map. It's plexiglass and it's somewhat big. And what you do is you send me your pictures, and I'll send you little photo labels that you can or photo stickers you can stick on all the places you have been. all over the country.
Mhm.
So we have one. It's really great because even the idea when you get the stickers, you put them on, it helps you remember things. And then the frame, has a slideshow going, so
Yep,
that helps you. And it just, I mean, not all days are great RVing, right? You
I
get
do.
weather, you get
Yeah.
other issues that happen, and it's just reminds you of all the fun that you had and the people that you've met and how you've grown. And we've had already some in 6 months, we've had a couple of negative things happen, and yet we're both still very. I asked my wife, Dawn, she doesn't regret 1 minute. We regret when the things happen, but we're not regretful of our
Right.
lifestyle. We really love it. I mean,
Yeah,
every day you wake up
that's
and
amazing.
you have a different place to look at when when you get out of bed or look out the window. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
one of the things that we are trying to do with this new season is we're trying to ask each one of our guests where their favorite location is that they have traveled. Because,
Well,
Jennifer's been on the road for 13 years and I've
mhm.
been on the road for 3, but there are going to be places that we have not been. And we want to make sure that everybody gets kind of a taste for the different things that the country has to offer, or even, outside of the country where everybody has traveled in their RV. So, in your RV, where have you and Dawn gone that have been like that has just knocked your boots off, that you guys would go again and again? It was just the most amazing experience for you guys.
Well, it's not necessarily going again and again, but it really is even a step further than that I think, which is if we decided to, which isn't going to happen tomorrow, to stay someplace and be in one place. There's two
Mhm.
places that we've really kind of found. Well, yeah, two. Well, three actually. One is in Temecula, where we are now, or in the hills where we are. We really love it. It's so very pretty.
Yeah.
The people are really nice, and Temecula's got a lot of things to go, and I mean restaurants and stuff to go and try. And so there's just a lot of things there. Like on Sunday, we're going to a winery because it's like the second Napa Sonoma is Temecula area. So that's kind of fun. We're going before the Super Bowl, and then so that's number
That's
one. If
awesome.
if if we had to choose, this would be one of the places. The second one would be Charleston, South Carolina. I think it's gorgeous.
Yes.
The the people are so
It's
nice.
beautiful.
It's a walkable city, great food scene. Now people are like, "Oh, I'm not really a foodie, but I do like to go to different kinds of restaurants and have that experience." It's not just fast food from one
Yeah.
place, and it's not even expensive. It's just a lot of the places like in Charleston, we went to one place that was on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives. Somebody asked you, "Well, how'd you happen to hear about this?" We said, "We saw you on TV." The chef comes out and talks to us for half an hour and makes something special for us.
That's so cool.
Where else would you get that? And that happened more than once.
Right.
So Charleston's really a great. There's just so much to do. It's so laid back. The weather's nice, not as nice as California. And then the other place we spent a month on the way here is in Deming, New Mexico. Now Deming is not the
Oh.
biggest town or anything. They've got a Walmart. They've got some
Mhm.
locals places. Nothing to write home about. But everyone we visited or we met with was so nice. And we bought a couple of
I love that.
V-bikes, and we could go to Walmart from the campground and not have to take the truck. And next door there was a bar, and there was enough to do. We went to Las Cruces. We went to Silver City. It's just very pretty. The whole desert area. It was about the same weather it is here, except a little colder at night. But we didn't care. And the campground it was so inexpensive. It was if you were an Escapees member, it was $275 for a month plus electricity. I
Oh,
mean, you
wow.
can't boondock that. I know you can't boondock that cheap.
That is so reasonable.
I know, I know.
No,
So it's almost a reason to get to join Escapees alone is just for that. Not that I'm pushing that, but yeah, we really loved it, and the people were really nice there. It wasn't that busy. They didn't really have any amenities per se, but one works most
Mhm.
times during the day, and I've been working trying to get the website up and getting ready for rally season, and that's what I'm doing. Kind of doing this week is doing all the things I haven't done for the last few weeks.
That's incredible. Well,
Yeah.
so, okay, you've got Myrtle Beach coming up. and then you've got FRVA. If
Yep.
people want to find out where your next rallies are going to be, is there a place where they can find that, or do they just got to be lucky enough to be where you are?
At this moment in time, they have to be lucky. Realistically, it will be on the website.
Okay.
I just haven't put it on there yet.
Okay.
We're going to the Brinkley Rally end of February, and I'm speaking and having a booth there, and I'm bringing a bunch of goodies from TST for the goodie bag, and we're going to again to Perry for Furva, and then we're going back to Myrtle Beach again, but to another campground for the Grand Design Myrtle Beach Rally, and then I forget where we're going, but we're all
That's
over
so
the place.
cool.
This year we're going to North Dakota, we're going to Maine, we're going to, of course, Indiana, we're going to Ontario, Canada. We're going to try one up there. After
Love
Escapees, we're actually
Ontario.
we're going to Nova Scotia. We're going to try out and go through Canada and stuff. Never again going to North Dakota. Never been to North Dakota before, so that should be fun. It's a pretty busy.
Mhm.
Our daughter's getting married in April, so we have to go back to Chattanooga for a while. Then we're
Oh,
going back up to Illinois
congratulations.
to go see thank you, to go see doctors and stuff, and then we're going to Minnesota to see our grandkids, and then
Mhm.
or some of our grandkids, not all of them. We have 7 altogether, and 1 great grandchild.
That's incredible. You have a very busy year. That is
Yes,
you're that's very busy. But if they don't catch you at a rally or they don't catch you at an event, they can catch you at www.roadcruiser.life. LIFE, right?
right. And again,
Okay.
all of the things that we offer at the rallies will be there. But my phone number's on there too, and I have no problem giving it out. It's 224-276-6195. It's on the website. And what that's for is if
Awesome.
you're going someplace and you don't know what there is and you don't want to go look at the website, you call me. If I'm driving, I'll just say, hey, here's my email. Send me the places you're going to go to. Tell me the kind of stuff you want to do, and I'll email you back some things within 24 to 48 hours. But everything is available on the website,
Awesome.
and it's designed for phones as well as for desktop.
Okay. That's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share with us that we haven't touched on?
My message is that when you're on the road, it's the journey, not the destination. So get off at times,
Yeah.
look around, don't be like so into getting to the next place thinking that's where everything is going to happen. Things are going to happen along the way, and enjoy that. And we
Yeah.
found some great things along the way, and enjoy I hate when I watch YouTubers and then we hear today's a travel day, and that just my God, it just makes my skin crawl. Because there's no such thing as travel days. There are experience days. An experience day is that you're going on the road and you have
Yeah.
a way of experiencing things. Get off, stop at a place for lunch,
I love
meet
that.
people while you're there. Don't go to the fast food places. And so I try to find at least every day one thing to do to fill my soul of new experiences. And the same thing when we're at places now. We go on audio tours
Love it.
ourselves of places, or we have an activity. So when we were in Charleston, for example, we took a ghost carriage ride, and they went all through downtown Charleston, and they told us where all these ghosts were, and these
That's so
passing all these
fun.
cemeteries. And
Yes.
we went to a Pittsburgh Pirates game in Pittsburgh. We went to an Orioles game in Baltimore. We went through Baltimore and took an audio tour of that. And it's so great because the audio tours can tell you things again that you didn't know. It's automatic as you drive. It tells you where to go. Or as my joke is, it's like having another
Yeah.
wife in the car.
I
She's
don't
not
know if
around,
Matt
so I
would
can.
like that, but I think that he would like the audio tour part of it. I don't think
Oh,
that
it's
he
so
would like
great.
having another me in the car telling him where to
No,
go and
no.
how to drive.
I said that, and Dawn's not around right now.
She's not there to, like,
No, she's
be
not
like,
there.
"Hey, wait a minute." So that's
Yeah.
that's not fair. Well, I have enjoyed this so much getting to catch up with
Well,
you.
good.
I'm going to have you on again because I still need to get your story, yours and Dawn's, of changing from one RV to the new RV, because you guys didn't just change, you had like a whole
Well,
adventure changing
that's not
in.
a fun
So
story.
we're going to have you guys, but it's a learning adventure. And so this is Learn to RV, we're going to
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity for people to learn. Well, I cannot wait to see you guys in Georgia. Be very careful driving across the country, but have an amazing time seeing everything and take lots of pictures so that you guys can share. And we will catch you guys on the next trip around.
And remember, we have
Thank you
drinks
for
in Perry.
joining us. Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Drinks in
Okay.
Perry. We've got drinks
Drinks
in
in
Perry.
Perry. That's right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today on Learn to RV, the podcast. If you liked what you heard, we ask that you share with your friends so that they can join us on the next trip.